What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder coverage here as we continue on looking at the various factions and sub-factions of the game. And again, these are just meant to be quick little intros to the faction, sort of a high-level overview of some of the things you can have in there. Really deep dives as far as like the individual units, special rules and stuff like that we'll save for separate videos, just because it would really, given all the stuff you can have in some of these lists, would really make these like hour-long videos. So we're going to take a look today at really one of the powerhouse lists for the English, and that's the Buccaneer faction. And so right off the bat, they have a couple of special rules. So they always add +2 when determining the attacker in a scenario. It's always a nice ability to have. And then they have a special once per game. So the controlling player may discard all their activation cards in their hand and replace them with the same number without spending a fortune point. So it gives you one of those abilities that you can use a fortune point on normally. So that's always nice to have. And save the fortune points for more crucial things. So then let's jump in, because you do get a ton of unit choices in this list versus the militia, which is a little more bare bones. The core units here are freebooters, which are very good, just in general. But you also get the veteran freebooters here in the core selection, and those guys are absolutely awesome. You get sea dogs as well. Certainly helps, especially on the naval battles. Forlorn Hope, and then here again, this is kind of like a sort of multi-nation list in that sense. You also get capers from the Dutch force as a core unit here in your English list. So cool stuff there. Support units, you get some more Dutch, but also some French show up, and then even some natives. But here, militia will actually take a support role. So you have some of those if you want some just cheap troops, especially if you leave them as inexperienced. They're just absolutely dirt cheap, and could be cool just to have that unit, really not expect much from them, but get to an objective and hold it. But you have the Zeelieden for the Dutch as well. Flibustiers for the French. Again, a lot of elite, super good units here. The Engagés for the French. Buccaneers. Again, so it's just some of the best French stuff right off the bat. Also for the Dutch, of course, the Enter, and we're going to butcher the name on this, and probably butchered on the capers as well, probably it's Capers or something like that. The Enter Plague, and then finally the Warrior Musketeers from the Native American selection. So again, just a broad coalition of awesome stuff here. So this is, again, a great list. Command options as well. So you have the Buccaneer Commander, and then several special characters. You can do Barnard Spijdrijk, again, probably a Dutch guy. Robert Cyril, John Morris, Sam Mosley, Thomas Hewitson, Diego the Mulatto, Henry Morgan, and Jan Erasmus Reining. So lots of special character choices there, and we'll definitely touch on those in separate videos as well. And then if we're playing at the big boy scale, the army scale, always fun to try now and then, you have several allied factions as well. So here you can have the Darien, French Buccaneers, interestingly, Brethren of the Coast as well, Logwood Cutters, and Chasseurs as allies. So again, just overall a great list, tons of just fantastic units. By no means do you need to take all of them, but you're spoiled for choices here, really, with what you have available to you, especially at the core, but certainly support that's just all around great. And then a couple of pretty relevant force special rules that ideally will help you be the attacker if that's really what you want to be in the scenario. Tends to be advantageous. And then being able to have that trick here where you can once per game essentially exchange your hand if the hand just isn't good at that moment. So always nice to have. So definitely just an overall stronger list, just because of the sheer choices and special rules than the militia. But again, the militia, from our previous video, they have some neat tricks as well, and just again, generally on the cheap side for a lot of the units. So kind of a horde approach there, if not outright quality, which again you'd more associate with a lot of the selections that you get here. So let us know in the comments, though, guys, if you like the English Buccaneer list, how you tend to put them together at your typical game size. Obviously, there's so many choices. Do you tend to just take a little bit of everything, or do you focus in on certain types of units between core and support? And who do you tend to run as a commander? Do you stick with just the generic ones, or do you tend to favor one of the special characters? So let us know in the comments, again, your general thoughts and anything that you feel like should be tweaked or updated from the list. So drop us a comment there, guys. Like, subscribe, and we will see you for more Blood and Plunder content soon as we work our way through the factions. Thanks so much for watching.